I don't know what it is about this lipstick, but I have to say wearing this lipstick has me feeling so powerful. I feel like I could make out with 100 guys while fighting dinosaurs with a sword. Like, I feel like I could rob a bank and become Queen Victoria all at the same time. I don't know why. I like it. I like this lipstick. And then I used it as my eyeliner too, so it's like double, kind of low-key dangerous because you shouldn't use lipstick as eyeliner. But today, I want to talk to you all about a life change that I'm making in my life, obviously, which is why we're talking about it. But I want to talk to you guys about it. So, like, you're coming from the original source. You have an understanding. There isn't any misunderstandings. Like, we're going to talk about it all. We're all going to get down dirty. I'm going to share with you some really personal details about myself. And then we're just going to get on with it and go in. So, I am 19 years old. Like, I don't even know why I just said that. I don't even know why I just said my age. Anyway, but I am starting a diet, but I don't even want to call it a diet because I don't feel comfortable calling it a diet, but that's the only thing you can really call it, is a diet. I am starting a change in my life. I'm going to start eating keto. The keto diet, you may have heard of it referred to as Atkins diet, but Atkins diet and keto are two different things. If you've been on my channel a while, if you've been around me, if you have followed me on social medias, you know that I eat low carb. Like, my diet is low carb. I eat around 50 to 150 carbs a day, which is just absolutely like mind-blowing because that's even lower than the average American eats. Like, for the past 2 or 3 years of my life, I have eaten low carb and low sugar. I really have tried to eat low carb because diabetes does run in my family. I am overweight. I am considered morbidly obese, which we will talk about in a little bit why I don't feel comfortable with that. And I have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, and basically I have all this fun stuff going on in my body that's making my body like not work like a normal human being's body does. But that does increase my chances of developing type 2 diabetes. So I have all these kind of characteristics going at me. And right now I am 19 and I almost weigh 300 pounds. What? Like, that's kind of like embarrassing for me to share because like I am recovering from an eating disorder, but it's kind of asinine because you go, well, how could you be recovering from anorexia and how could you be weighing like 300 pounds? Like, I know, but I have always had a strange relationship with food. We're going to talk about everything. Like, we're going to talk about everything. So far, when I started this, I weighed at 287 pounds. I have been eating keto for a week just to see if I could do it. I didn't even want to tell anybody about it to see if I could do it. But I'm now down to 277 pounds. So in the past week, I have lost 10 pounds. My exercise routine is staying the exact same. I'm still walking for half an hour a day. My aim is between 5,000 to 7,000 steps a day. I really want to get like not a Fitbit, but like a, what are those things? Like just a thing to wear on your wrist to count the steps because that would just be so much easier for me. But I am trying to stay more active. I have struggled with my weight for like the moment I was conceived. Like, both of my parents are obese. Obesity runs in my family. My mom is an amazing cook. Like, I was raised on home-cooked meals. I wasn't raised on fast food or takeout. Like, that just wasn't the norm for me. Whenever we, like, if I was coming back from volleyball practice or coming back from a concert from school, McDonald's, like, it was like a treat. Like, a special occasion and a treat would kind of go together. And I saw McDonald's as a, like to me, McDonald's would be the same as Red Lobster. Like, growing up, like, they were kind of the same. It was just as exciting to me to be going to McDonald's as going to Red Lobster. Like, they kind of went hand in hand together. But I never really ate a lot of takeout. I never really ate a lot of fast food. Everything I was raised on was home cooked. Not saying that like we ate all organic or we're vegans or anything like that. No, like, we're middle class. We go to Walmart for groceries. Like, we buy whatever we can afford or whatever's on sale. Like, we didn't follow any special like lifestyle changes. 2 years ago, my mom was diagnosed with diabetes, which hit us all really, really hard because my mom is the rock for all of us. Like, she is our rock. Without her, God, like, I not to get upset, but I love my mom, and having a diagnosis is really sad and scary. And then I have been, I want to say 6 years. For 6 years, I've been diagnosed with PCOS, and I have hypothyroidism. So, like, losing weight is always going to be an uphill battle for me. But I didn't start this diet or lifestyle change, whatever you want to call it. I didn't start that to lose weight. I have a whole list of health problems, which we're going to talk about right now. So, I was diagnosed when I was in 6th grade with anemia, which is basically where my body doesn't store iron cells properly. Like, I eat, not iron cells, I didn't mean iron cells. My body doesn't store iron properly. So basically, I feel fatigued a lot, I'm always cold, I bruise really easy, all that fun stuff. When I was in 7th grade, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I get so many questions about fibromyalgia, like nobody ever hears of it, but basically fibromyalgia is a pain disorder, and I always explain it to people as basically imagine my brain as a stereo and pain is music. Let's say I were to come up and flick you in the nose. To you, it would be around 2 or 3, like on the radio level. It would kind of be quiet. But for me, it would be 4 or 5 where the music is more loud and easier to hear. I and my body, this being right here, we feel, I don't know why I keep saying we, I feel pain more intensely than other people. So because of that, I have a higher pain tolerance, like things that really shouldn't hurt. Like sometimes it physically hurts for people to hug me, which is not the best feeling in the world. Like I love physical attention. I'm somebody who craves physical attention. Like I need that physical feeling, knowing that like I'm wanted and loved. So hugs sometimes hurt. Yeah, all that stuff. Fun. So I was diagnosed in 7th grade with fibromyalgia. When I was in 8th grade, I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is basically where I have a testosterone imbalance in my body. My body produces too much testosterone. I grow, like I'll grow a mustache. I grow really dark hair, which is why it always looks like I didn't shave my armpits. Like because of the PCOS, I grow more manly hair. I also have a lot of dark spots on my skin because of the PCOS. I have a lot of really bad acne, hormonal imbalance, like right here, this area, and on my chin. When you see those breakouts, that's because of my PCOS. It also means that I don't know if I'll ever be able to have kids. And it also means that I have problems with weight loss. Just because of the testosterone amount in my body, I will always have problems losing weight. In 9th grade, I started my diagnosis for hypothyroidism, which has taken me forever to get. It has taken me so long, but basically I have this benign cyst on my thyroid where it hurts so much to, like, I can't even let the doctors feel because it hurts so much. And that has somehow, I can't really explain, I don't know a whole lot about it, but I do know what it puts me through. I have hypothyroidism, which means my thyroid runs slower than the average person. If you have hyperthyroidism, your thyroid runs faster than other people. So for me, losing weight, again, not very easy. Then I was diagnosed with chronic migraines. My migraines are so bad that I go completely blind. Like I lose my vision, I will lose my hearing, I have a walking stick. I will have hallucinations, I will see auras, I will not be able to be around certain foods because the smell of them. Like cooking meat, whenever I have a migraine, literally makes me get sick. I can't get hit in the head, otherwise I will go blind because I constantly have migraines. Out of 28 days in the month, I normally have a migraine. I have a migraine right now and I can't see out of this eye. Like that's my everyday norm for me. I usually can't see out of this eye. I usually have a migraine, but I just know like keeping a positive spirit about everything, keeping like an upbeat feeling about life and everything, like that's just the way to be. There's no point in being miserable. Like I'm blessed. Yeah, my health sucks, but whatever. So the chronic migraines, the medications I was on for that kind of made me gain weight, but I'm off of them now because I'm trying to deal with my migraines more naturally. Let's see. And then when I was 18, I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety. And if you have either of those mental illnesses, you will know that sometimes the medications that they put you on will cause weight gain. I was on an anti-anxiety medication, Wellbutrin, and I was on Zoloft, and I was on Depo, and I gained 100 pounds. Basically with all three of the medications. I came off of the Wellbutrin and the Zoloft in June or July, I want to say, because I was just like, I blame them. I blame the medications for my weight. I was like, I hate being on medication. I literally hate being on medication. There were so many other medications that I couldn't take because of the Wellbutrin. And right now I'm still currently going through withdrawal with the Wellbutrin. I have noticed so many different things about myself because of the Wellbutrin withdrawal, which totally sucks, but hey, gotta deal with what you gotta deal with. So I was on all these medications, and I have all these health problems that make it difficult for me to lose weight. I have always had problems losing weight. I was in 3rd grade and I was the fat kid. Like, I have always grown up being the fat kid. I've always been bigger than everybody else. That was until 7th through 10th grade. I developed an eating disorder known as anorexia nervosa. Like, I literally starved myself just so I could be thin. And even in the middle of my eating disorder, I was at my lowest weight, which was 150 pounds. And my doctor told me that I was still obese and that I still needed to go to fat camp. I've never been to fat camp in my entire life, but I had my doctor tell me that I needed to go to fat camp. I mean, she didn't call it fat camp, but she called it like the doctor name for fat camp. But she told me I needed to go there. While I was in the middle of my eating disorder, I didn't tell anybody I had an eating disorder. I didn't know I had an eating disorder. I thought what I was doing was normal. I didn't know that starving myself wasn't normal. But I'm sitting here squishing my beauty blender because I feel like stressed. So I had this eating disorder for around 3-4 years, and finally I kind of realized, like, hey, this isn't right. Like, you shouldn't be starving yourself, not eating for 3 days, exercising for 5 hours a day, and like, this isn't normal. I didn't feel good. Right now, I don't really want to talk about that whole thing, but if you guys, like, just right now, today, I don't really want to talk about it, but if you guys want to know more about my, like, eating disorder and my struggle with anorexia, and I didn't abuse, like, hardcore drugs, but I did abuse laxatives and stuff like that, and diet pills, I will be more than willing to talk about it. Like, I'm here. I want to share my story and educate you guys on what it's like to, like, live with these things. So, back to the weight loss situation. I physically don't feel well all the time. Literally, like, I have my depression. I still am depressed. I still have everything that I was officially diagnosed with. Everything, like, my fibro, my PCOS, those are chronic illnesses. Like, they are stuff that I will live with for the rest of my life, no matter what. My depression and anxiety, there are some days where I'm ready just to, like, give up and end my life, but I have a great support system around here. I feel like half of me, like, there's a half of me where, like, depression can take over and win sometimes, and it's like, yeah, you're worthless, yeah, like, you're a waste of space and all that. But then I have the more, like, reasonable side of me that's like, hey, you're depressed, you have a chemical imbalance, like, it's okay that you're feeling this way, you need to go talk to somebody. So I talk to people and I feel better. All of these things I'm still working on, but all of these things are still physically and emotionally and mentally exhausting to have. Getting out of bed sometimes is a struggle. I do my best to get out of bed every day because I'm grateful for the life I have. I'm grateful to be alive. Like, I'm blessed. Like, I have a family who loves me. I have a roof over my head. I have meals to eat every day. I have a safe place to sleep. I'm free to say or do whatever I want. Like, I am so blessed. And I just feel like not getting out of bed in the morning is kind of like downplaying my blessings. Like, I am so incredibly blessed, and I push myself to get out of bed. I push myself to follow my dreams. There are days where I'm just ready to give up because I don't ever feel like my dreams are going to come true. Like, my dream is to be here on YouTube and inspire and educate and uplift all of you. Like, I have no idea where I will be in 3 years, and I hope and pray that I have accomplished my dream. But if not, like, I'm just going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep pushing for this dream. So look at me talking about things that aren't even related to the title of this video. That's me. So I really originally started this whole keto diet to but to feel better. Literally, like, my bones, like, if you've ever heard my shoulders will crack, my elbows will crack, and they're really, really loud. My bones just crack really loud all the time. I physically hurt, even though nothing has happened to me. I feel very mentally fogged. I have fibro brain, which goes hand in hand with the fibromyalgia. But basically, I have a really hard time concentrating, which comes along with the ADHD that I forgot to say I have. My OCD, I'm constantly, like, I, like, feel dirty all the time. So I have this part of my brain that's going, you're dirty, you're dirty, you're dirty. Like, I just over and over and over again all day. Then my ADHD, where I'm bouncing around and can't focus on anything. And then my fibro fog, it causes me to, like, forget things, have an even more difficult time concentrating. I get distracted so easily. Like, there are some days where I will be able to, like, take on anything, give me a task, and I'll be able to concentrate on real fast. But then there are other days where I'm like, I can't focus on one thing for 5 minutes. Still working on that, still trying to figure out how I can get through that. But I just wanted to feel less sluggish. I wanted to try it because I've heard a lot of people talk about how keto diets are better than low carb just for like weight loss, and I know that some of what I'm feeling is because I am overweight. Like, I'm not denying that I'm not overweight. I have been labeled morbidly obese since I weighed 180 pounds. I have one doctor who is absolutely amazing. Like, I love her. She was always really good. Like, I'm still with her. But she's like, yeah, your weight's kind of bad right now, but when I see you back in a year, I'm going to see you down at this weight. And it's not really about your weight. It's about how you feel. And she just wants me to be, like, healthier and happier and be okay mentally. And the funny thing is she's not even, like, my normal doctor. Like, she's the doctor I go. She's my OBGYN, but I go and see her for my PCOS. But she's, like, the best doctor I've ever had. But I have been labeled morbidly obese since I weighed 180 pounds. My healthy fitness zone, like where I should be with my weight, is between 125 pounds and 145 pounds. I'm 5'8", and I know I will never reach that because even when I starved myself for, like, I starved myself on days on end, and for weeks and weeks I wouldn't, like, consume a healthy meal. I would be under 500-800 calories a day. I would exercise like crazy. When I was depriving my body of everything, the lowest I ever got was 148 pounds. That has been my lowest weight ever. So I know I will never be there, but I don't understand, like, why don't doctors think about, like I know, like, I have a lot more muscular system because I used to do a lot of physical stuff when I was little. I have a larger chest. I have a larger hips than some people. Like, I have a more curvy body. I have an hourglass figure. So why is my body being compared to somebody who doesn't have an hourglass figure? Why is my body being compared to somebody who's more square or more apple than I am? Like, why aren't we basing it off of my, like, how I feel and bodies similar to me than random strangers that I've never met who we don't share anything. Like, our bodies aren't anything similar. We don't look alike. We don't have the same body structure. Like, I don't understand why I'm being compared to somebody who has nothing, absolutely nothing in common with me. I don't understand that. I'm still considered morbidly obese. I disagree with that. I don't think I'm morbidly obese whatsoever. Like, yeah, sure, I'm fat, and, like, yeah, I'm fat. I have no problem. I'm gonna call myself fat because, like, I have fat. Like, I physically have fat. That does not have anything to do with me as a character, with me as a person. Like, you can call me fat all you want, but I'm not a bad person. But I'm not a thief. But I'm not, like, a bully. Like, yeah, I'm fat. If that's the worst you're gonna call me, I've been called worse. Come at me. Like, it's whatever. I have fat. I have hair. Nobody's ever gonna call me hair. Like, that just wouldn't make sense. So yeah, like, I am fat, but I'm not morbidly obese. Like, sure, you can call me obese. Sure, I understand that, but I would not consider myself morbidly obese because, like, to me, people who are, like, why am I being compared and, like, why am I in the same scale as somebody who weighs 600 pounds? Like, why am I in the same situation as somebody who physically cannot take care of themselves, who cannot walk, who have to depend on a caretaker to live their lives? Like, I don't understand why I and these same people are considered morbidly obese at the same time. Like, I exercise, I can take care of myself, I can shower, I can run, I can do all these things, I can cook my own meals. So why am I morbidly obese? I, like, literally, I don't understand that whatsoever. So basically, I'm starting this lifestyle, this keto diet, because I want to feel better. But I am very excited about the weight loss that comes with it because I have struggled with my weight for so long and I'm not trying to lose weight. I am very happy with my body and I believe body positivity, self-love, and health all connect together. Like, if you don't want to be healthy, girl, go do you, or boy, whatever you are, go do you. Like, that is your body. You make that decision for yourself. If you want to be healthy, go get it. Go chase your dreams. Like, it's your body. You make the decisions for your body. If you want to be healthy and be happy, do that. If you want to be unhealthy and happy, do that. Like, do what makes you happy. That's it. Like, I'm not saying that, like, oh, fat people are disgusting. Like, I'm not saying that whatsoever. But me personally, like, I do want to be healthier. Like, I want to have an easier time finding clothes. I don't want to feel so out of breath when I'm running. I want an easier time on my joints, but most of all, just physically, I want to feel better. And I am experiencing that so much with this new keto diet. So basically, what I'm going to be doing with this is I'm going to be turning my meals into weekly vlogs. I'm going to talk to you guys about what I'm buying from the grocery store. I'll even show you what I'm buying from the grocery store. I'm going to talk to you how I'm feeling. We're going to have weekly check-ins about my weight. I'm going to show you guys my meals. Like, yes, I'm sharing my weight loss experience and all that with you guys, but I'm also using this as kind of a way to keep myself honest because I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to be somebody who puts up a front for social media. That's just not me whatsoever. So I kind of like I'm using this as a way to keep myself honest because I really suck at consistency. I suck so much with being consistent. So I'm kind of using this as a way to keep myself consistent with everything so you guys have somebody who you can relate to. And I'm going to do my best to keep this as affordable as I possibly can because, again, I'm living on a college student budget. I know a lot of you guys are in the same situation that I am. And so I kind of want to use that. And, like, we can, like, relate and I will be more relatable and you can come to me with questions and you can come to me with, like, oh, ideas. Like, I love your ideas. So I'm going to be having weekly weigh-in check-ins. I'm going to have weekly meals. I'm going to show you what I'm cooking, how I'm cooking it, what I'm buying from the grocery store, how much I spent, how I'm feeling, all that fun jazz because I hope to answer all of your questions about that while I'm filming these videos. So with that said, I can't wait to see you guys on this adventure with me. Like, we're growing, we're improving together, we're getting healthier and happier. Like, I am so excited for this Curvy Tribe. Like, way to go, us. So if you have not already, please make sure to subscribe. I'm doing my very, very best to get to 10K by the time the year ends. So please, 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 please help me reach 10K before the end of 2017. Literally, this is my goal. Please help me. Please, 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 please. But as always, I will see you all in my next video.